Creating an infinite loop in Python is a fundamental concept that is important for understanding how loops work and how to control program flow. An infinite loop is a loop that continues indefinitely and does not terminate on its own. This can be useful for various applications, such as waiting for user input, continuously monitoring a sensor, or running a server that listens for requests. Basic infinite loop with while. The simplest way to create an infinite loop in Python is to use a while loop with a condition that always evaluates to true. Here's a basic example: Python basic infinite loop while true print this loop will run forever. In this example, the while true statement creates a loop that will run indefinitely. The print statement inside the loop will continue executing repeatedly. Breaking the infinite loop to stop an infinite loop, you can use a break statement. This is useful if you want to exit the loop based on a specific condition. Here's an example Python infinite loop with break condition while true user input type exit to stop the loop if user input lower exit print exiting the loop. The break statement will terminate the loop when the condition is met. Using for loop less common while for loops are generally used for iterating over a sequence like a list or range. You can create an infinite loop with a for loop by using an iterator that never stops producing values. One common approach is to use the itertools module Python import itertools infinite loop using itertools. For an itertools count print this loop will run forever. In this example, itertools count generates an infinite sequence of numbers, and the loop will run indefinitely until explicitly stopped. Best practices: while infinite loops can be useful, they should be used with caution. Here are some best practices. Use conditions. Always have a clear exit condition to avoid running your program indefinitely without control. Monitor resource usage. Infinite loops can consume resources, leading to performance issues. Ensure your loop is efficient and doesn't hog cycles unnecessarily. Testing during development. Test your infinite loops carefully to avoid unintentional crashes or freezes. Handling keyboard interrupts in a terminal or command line. You can usually stop an infinite loop by pressing curl. This raises a keyboard interrupt exception which you can handle to perform cleanup operations. Python tree while true print running. Which use I U Q I true I you prepare you prepare prior option. Press curl to stop. Conclusion: creating an infinite loop in Python is straightforward and can be done using while true or itertools. However, always ensure you have a mechanism to exit the loop safely, either through user input or catching exceptions. This will help you manage your program's control flow effectively and avoid unintentional infinite execution.